welcome to the Real CP Show. I am your host, CP. And today's topic, this despicable, drunk driving, border break illegal immigrant, Mexican national, this one, caused a fatality toward this very popular real estate professional woman in Gwinnett County, Georgia. I guess that's a section right outside Metro Atlanta. And it's so many drunk driving, border break illegal immigrants in Americanism, right? And this system does not want people to sit there and see through these violent border break illegal immigrants, and the opposite, not necessarily violent, but scamming versions of border break illegal immigrants, right? They just want people to sit there and fight and lose their lives and get arrested and go off on ICE and impede ICE and go off on ICE facilities, all this kind of stuff, as if the border break illegal immigrants give a 2 cents of a cocktail about those people. Do you understand? You understand? It's like this right here. Watch this. Let's just see how innocent this looks. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I wonder who's getting out. You might not be able to count that high in that little van. Okay, 1, 2 on the left side, 3. Okay. 4, 5, 6. 7. I'm losing count. Right? This is inside the United States. How many times this happens? Daily, weekly basis. Oh, these border break illegal immigrants, right? God, look. Oh, my goodness. Like a cockroaches. Look at that. But they want people to act like they didn't see what they don't see. Well, border breakings is low. Go to Hades if you buy into thinking that just because you think it's a little bit lower on certain sections that's stopping them. Of course not. And how do you explain the other years and years and years of high percentages, high numbers of border break illegal immigrants? Do you understand? This is just a side section that's happening of the slight lower part. And that tells me that people have not looked at the numbers. I've looked at these different numbers. It ain't low as people think it is. But see, in the system, they want people to act like it's maybe about 12, about maybe 25 of them that's been caught. You understand? But can Black Americans break immigration laws in different countries across that southern border? Do you think that's going to happen? Let alone let that Black American man be drunk and see what happens toward him if he breaks border immigration laws and then drunk across that border and see what happens. But this is the game they keep trying to run. Again, can't say enough toward Black Americans. Regardless, it's almost like the black and brown game. It's like this. This is what it is when they say Black Americans, the ones that can't understand this game. That's what they're doing. They some Negroes don't understand the game we keep playing toward them. Toward black and brown. When you got numbers of Black Americans that have brown skin. What like the game on this, right? You see the game they love running these silly tactics on that. So let's go ahead and share my screen on this. Oh, hold on. Let me cancel that first. All right. So now let me go back and share my screen. Let's look at this article. Here we go. And today is June the 13th, 2026. See, this is why I have to do these kind of, the necessity to be able to do these as much as possible to have these, what I call a timepiece purpose that showed the time, what was going on at that particular moment, right? So as you see in this article, ICE, hold on. ICE asks officials not to release a border break illegal immigrant Mexican that basically drunk driver and accused of unaliving a Georgia mother. This is the mother. I think she was a real estate professional, realtor, something to that effect. I think I saw a picture that she may have been married at that time or something like that. And I think she has a maybe a son or something like that, a young little son, right? Drunk driver just removed her life. Been a drunk driver, border breaking illegal immigrants, right? Now you imagine, if that's a relative, you think how you would feel about that. Well, drunk drivers in general, but then you add an extra one, it's a border break illegal immigrant. Gwinnett County, Georgia, ICE issued an immigration detainer against Rodrigo Antonio Rodriguez Flores of Mexico on May the 21st, after he was charged with DUI and vehicular homicide following the unalived of Alicia Thomas in Gwinnett County in Georgia. Alicia Thomas, the mother of a 13-year-old child, was just 43 years old when she was unalive in this devastating crash in just outside Atlanta. A mile from a home. Only a mile from a home. Said, however, such personnel, this particular ICE personnel, by all accounts, she was a popular real estate agent in Atlanta, where she'd worked for almost a decade. But her life was cut short in a preventable tragedy. Illegal immigration is not a victimless crime, as evidenced by this horrific event. ICE will not rest until all removed aliens are removed from our country. Well, that's not going to happen overall. When did it ever stop on that part, by the way? Was within last generation. This is utilized last generation. When did it stop? Georgia state law prohibits all local government from creating sanctuary city policies. Sanctuary policy, which is a whole different concept, and it's the principle of it is still happening in so many different cities in so many different states in America. That should be treasonous. You got people protecting border break legal immigrants. Do you understand how that sounds? They are protecting border breaking illegal immigrants. They're laughing at this. But understand, there are people within certain cultures and backgrounds of said certain people breaking border immigration laws that also are in certain positions and politicalness, certain businesses, you get the point, right? And they're trying to push these kind of things for more sanctuary cities. Do you understand? That's treason as well. When you try to sit there and help border break illegal immigrants out more than American citizens, do you understand? Rodriguez Flores is lodged in the Gwinnett County Jail, which respects state and federal laws, unlike sanctuary jurisdiction officials across the nation. Such and such official said they honor ICE detainers, so Rodriguez Flores would not be released into the community before he faces justice. Under President Trump and such personnel, ICE will not gamble with the safety of American communities. Oh my goodness, Trump. Oh my goodness, look what he's doing. We're not going to get into all that. That's foolish, infantile thought pattern. The point is, in this situation, a border break illegal immigrant caused the unalived fatality of 40-something-year-old mother of a young child. And again, I think she was married. I don't know if she's still married or not. Regardless, she was about a mile from my house. And you think she thought that, well, today probably her last day? Of course not. She probably was making a decent amount of resources and probably staying in a real good neighborhood and was trying to do her things, and that stuff don't matter in the long run. It really doesn't matter. It's good to use as a tool, but if you get comfortable in life, This is when the system got you. Learn more about ICE public safety mission and all that. Victims and families impacted by crimes linked to immigration or border break illegal immigrants may receive support from the Victims of Immigration Crime Engagement Voice office by contacting 855-488-6423. Mm, mm, mm. Wow. But again, you got people that want to act like that nothing is happening, right? To look past people like this, these border break legal immigrants that are all around in different parts of America. Do you understand? One last thing I want to share my screen. This is a quick clip video on this part. I'm utilizing this under fair usage doctrine.
Yeah, police say that dangerous mix of bad choices by one man killed a mother right here in this intersection. Her friends tell me she was just less than a mile from home.
And she was walking distance from her door.
She had just said goodbye to Thomas on April 26th at a celebration. The locket is all Brenda has left of 42-year-old Alicia Thomas. She was a beloved realtor and a loving mother. Gwinnett County Police say Thomas was turning on Singleton Road at Thompson Parkway near Norcross at around 10:15 tonight. That's when police say Rodrigo Rodriguez Flores ran into her car in a 3-car crash less than a mile from her home. Police say his blood alcohol was 0.119, about 1.5 times the legal limit. Investigators say he was speeding too, going at around 75 miles per hour in a 40-mile-per-hour zone.
People should not drink and drive. They just shouldn't.
Right? But again, you'll have personnel that pretend that they didn't see what they saw, right? And you have some ones that'll do this.
Nothing. I know nothing.
Right? Until it infects somebody like them directly. Or maybe pseudo-directly. Border breaking illegal immigrants are not a victimless crime, people. It is a scourge. And they're the system that wants more of them to happen because they want to sit there and push out even more Black Americans in various political, social, businesses, and etc. And they know it's not enough Black Americans to understand that. Very few understand what's going on with this illegal immigration tactic employ that's happening. The thing about in closing is Black Americans were the second largest population in America for numbers of years. Now it's within Hispanicism, and within that, how many other border break illegal immigrants within that? They're the second largest population. Do you understand? Third is Black Americans, primarily, right, in general. And fourth is whatever, some generically Asians, because there's Anglo-Asians that want to be Anglo so bad. And Asia is a continent. And what about Afro-Asian? But those are different topics. But I'm saying there is demographicalness consequences right now that's happening, that Black Americans have slipped down to the third largest population. And these border break illegal immigrants that are sitting there just waiting and buying their time more and more for however people within their backgrounds or politicalness situation that are wanting to get that particular voting block. And when they do, I didn't say when they do, when they sit there and do a major, very major push to grant millions of border break illegal immigrants, like they did in 1980s or something like that, when they do another one, truly, and they are, it's pretty much finished for Black Americans in a collective way. I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show.